Okay, I'm gonna Fatal Push or Felidar Guardian.
Okay, it lives.
What do you mean it lives? It dies, right?
Oh,
One of your guys left the battlefield, so I get Revolt.
Revolt is when your guys leave the battlefield.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. The
Can
the Kaladeshians wouldn't be revolting if the consulate was dying.
oh, okay. I know this is like a high level tournament, but can I get takesies backsies?
Sure.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, man.
Okay, I'll combo you now.
Oh, Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Table Flip Phase. I'm one of your co-hosts, Holyman, and with me is Durganlord. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Feels good, man. I want a PPTQ in my area.
are you basically a pro now?
Sure thing. I got my Snapcaster RPT promo, and then I'm gonna get my Emrakul one, and I can build a 2 out of 60 cards in a Jeskai Nahiri modern deck.
Oh man, that was a sweet deck for all like 1 month it was in existence. What happened to that deck?
I don't know. Probably just got like outclassed. Like they're just like, oh yeah, aggro decks still exist.
Oh, speaking of aggro deck, so last weekend was a GP Vancouver, right? It looks like aggro's not dead, or I guess I should specifically say
Death Shadow aggro.
isn't dead. So I thought with the banning of Probe, this deck was like taken down a couple notches, and we got Sam Black, Josh Utter-Layton, Jerry T, Matt Nass all saying this is the best deck.
And they broke the format. Well, basically it basically turned it from a turn 3 aggro deck into a mid range deck, where you just deal a lot of damage to yourself and then cast big 1 mana creatures. And
So yeah, that's the consensus I've heard on this deck. Is this is a Jund deck?
proceed to beatdowns.
Yeah. I mean, it has the K commands. It has the Inquisitions, the Thoughtseizes. It even has
Good old Street
card.
Wraith.
Street Wraith.
It's the
So,
Gitaxian replacement.
which is doing like really well because Street Wraith can be done instant speed, right?
I love Street Wraith. Yeah, I think it's instant speed.
Yeah, cycling's instant. So that's like,
Good old life cycling.
oh
Best way to do
man,
it.
just a solid deck right there. And then you have like, oh yeah, you have a Delirium package because you're setting off Delirium. Jerry T said Delirium's a little difficult. Like there isn't a bunch of as many gimmies as you thought.
You got the Tarfires, though.
Oh yeah, the Tarfires. Which they Tarfired themselves more than they Tarfired their opponents.
Tarfire myself for lethal.
Yeah, that's actually what Josh Utter-Layton did in the top 8, right before semis. In the quarterfinals. Is that the correct?
What's the advantage to doing that? Just style points?
Gave a couple extra points to his 2...
oh yeah, if you have 2 Death Shadows, I can see that.
Oh yeah. At some point, someone had, I'm pretty sure, 3 Death Shadows
Oh my god.
on the field. I think that was Sam Black against the Merfolk guy. Which props to the Merfolk guy.
Living the
For
dream,
being-
just like Scrap Red guy.
Yeah, just like Spread Red guy. This is the dude living the dream. It's basically... There isn't much to talk about with the Merfolk guy. I mean, it's basically the stock Merfolk list plus Vendilion Click, which is your flex slot for the deck.
Which is your audible merfolk.
Yeah.
It's blue like a merfolk.
Yeah, it's blue. Does enough. What's great about that deck is it does really well against... Holy crap, I don't think this... Oh, it is the top 8 list. It does really well against the Death Shadow decks because it's just like, heh! Spreading sees your thing. But yeah, back to Death Shadow. It's so good, it beats Burn.
Burn just like, yeah, I get a play deck that deals damage to themselves. Okay, attack you with a with an 8/8.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so rough. I think it was Nathaniel. Oh yeah. So this is where it was against Nathaniel Knox's Nia Burn deck. He was up against Josh Utter-Layton in the quarterfinals, and he's just like, "Oh man, I got my 2 Eidolions, and you're about to die." I don't remember the play, but he like weaseled his way around the 2 Eidolions. Oh no, he Gorkland. That was it. He Gorkland Rampagered.
The good old one of Gore Clan.
Yeah.
Gets him every time.
Surprise, kids. What a crazy deck.
Right now, while we're doing the podcast, it's the SCG Modern tournament after Death Shadows, and seeing a lot of Ban Eldrazi.
I'm not surprised. That's like, for a while, that was called the last fair deck by a lot of people. And I totally agree with that.
Turn 2 Thought Knot Sphere is considered fair.
Okay, let's compare what that's doing to what a lot of other decks are doing.
I don't know, Death Shadow aggro seems like a fair deck to me. It's got Death Shadow, which is a card which in the text says like -X where X is your life total. It's using the card to its advantage.
I mean,
a 1 black 8/8 seems pretty fair to me.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. You know what was also in the top 8? Speaking of fair decks of GP Vancouver, Mono White Eldrazi and Taxes.
Yeah.
This deck is like kind of lame to me.
Craig Wesco's son right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Craig Wesco's son. It's 4 Blade Splicers.
He's been on Eldrazi and Taxes since Iavoon got banned.
It's a cool deck, but it's not like, it's just not the same. I don't know. I'm not like super impressed by it.
I'm all in on the Gifts Ungiven Brawl Storm package.
Okay, so what you were telling me, you messaged me this, that who was on it?
Caleb Shear, of course.
Yeah, of course. Him. He's 2-0.
Going into round 3 with, I think he lost the round that I saw, but that might have just been his bias, to be honest.
Caleb Shear have like the worst on-camera record.
But yeah, it seems good having 2 spell reducers and casting Gifts Ungiven for a blue and a 1.
No, yeah, that seems good. I don't see anything wrong with that. Gifts is so good. It's restricted in Vintage,
and it's banned in Commander.
Oh yeah. Just a crazy. While we're on modern decks, I guess the coolest. I guess not coolest, but a newer deck people were talking about was the Breaking and Entering Kari Zev's Expertise deck. What's your thoughts on that?
That deck seems fun. It's like the Goryo's Vengeance decks that always pops up every while.
Yeah.
And now they have like a new way to cheat Grizzlebrand into play.
Oh no, they said Grizzlebrand's like a terrible target. Like you want to go straight for like an Eldrazi while it's on the stack.
We can't get. I don't think you can get Emrakul with Breaking Entry since it works at sorcery speed, right?
Nope.
Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong on that one, kid.
Dang it. Let me look at it. Is it because it's getting cast as in...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Expertise is a sorcery too, right? Or... Oh, yeah, I guess since you fuse it.
Yeah.
It has both of the... I don't know. Fuse cards are just like... is like the equivalent of asking a judge how banding works.
No, yeah, I totally agree with you. And this deck...
So you can cast it for... Because it's a spell of convert mana cost 2 or less, but you can't spell snare it.
No, that's what's crazy.
CMC is 8 mana.
This is the wildest interaction in Magic, but I can't complain about it too much because it gave us Boom Bust Goblin Dark Dwellers, which I think is hilarious. But Cedric Phillips was like, this isn't a great deck. The deck I did like, going on across the country in SCG Baltimore with the team tournament, was Michael Major's Brain in the Jar Beck Call.
The Esper Beck and Call.
Oh my gosh. That was some sweet magic right there.
The named Bird Brain deck.
Yeah. Just to be like, second Brain in the Jar, Beck Call, draw 4, get 4 birds. Okay, what are you gonna do?
Seems legit.
I thought that was cool.
It was pretty fun watching on camera.
But
Modern's just a crazy format.
I agree. It's wide open. You can literally do whatever you feel like in that format.
Something that's not as wide open though is the old Standard format.
Oh man, let's talk about Standard.
We're back to the trifecta, folks. We got vehicles, green black, and Saheeli Rai.
Who's on top right now?
I would say green black, because I think green black. It's not like the rock paper scissors where Flash beats Delirium, Delirium beats vehicles, vehicles beats Flash. But it's just like all of the decks have a pretty good matchup against each other. But I think green black has about the same matchup that Saheeli would have against vehicles, and then Saheeli has a hard time being green black. And vehicles just is there because it's an aggressive deck that can just win if your opponent stumbles, no matter what they're on.
So this green black deck, which is like, there's two types. There's the energy and the delirium version. Which do you prefer?
I like the energy one.
You like the energy one?
Mostly because I like the energy Dark Confidant.
The energy Dark Confidant's good.
Yeah.
Kaladesh limited all-star long tusk cub is pretty good. And then of course there's your synergy.
Snack. Your
Snack.
Your snackergy.
Did you know Rishkar Pima Renegade allows your creatures with counters to be mana dorks?
Yep.
I just always played it for the +1/+1 counters. My bad. 2 +1/+1 counters on 2 of my creatures. Because I always have Snake in play.
And of course, good old Verdurous Gearhulk to turn your Ballista into a god.
Oh my gosh. Verdurous Gearhulk in this deck is like insane. I remember when they were like last standard, Verdurous Gearhulk was the best Gearhulk.
Everyone's just like, oh, this is the best Gearhulk, and then the Pro Tour happens like the blue Gearhulk is actually the best, and the Verdurous Gearhulk doesn't see play, and then now it's just like, boom, it's back.
When Amonkhet comes out, it'll be the red one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the combustible Gearhulk.
Yeah.
Where it's the refurbished Gearhulk deck.
That was a sweet deck. The Delirium's version of this deck, I mean, it's okay. It's mid-range. You got your Tireless Trackers, Gifted Aetherborns.
I love that card.
Gifted Aetherborn? That's such a good card.
Good old value Vampire Nighthawk on the ground.
Did you ever watch the standard round with the mono black vampire guys against Mardu vehicles?
No, I didn't. But apparently, like I guess there was a regionals event where like a guy won with like a guy took second with like a vampire deck.
Yeah, like that deck is hilarious. It's not great because you have no 1-drops, but you just play Metallic Mimic and then you play your vampires.
I kind of wish that Eldrazi deck that played like a Metallic Mimics, and then like your Eldrazi Sky Spawner would come in as like a 3/2 and a 2/2 with a Scion and everything.
That deck should be a thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's so many good Eldrazi right now. Reality Smasher would be terrifying. No matter what board you're on. You can't push it. You certainly can't the red removal spell to it. You know the one I'm talking about.
You can harness lighting it, if that's what you're talking about. You just have to have two energy from your Rogue Refiner sitting in the bank. And you have to discard a card. You have to 3-for-1 yourself.
Oh my gosh, that just sounds awful.
Oh man, 3 for 1ing, I do all the time.
I'm sure. That's how I get in my wins. We could talk about Mardu vehicles, but like, what's there to talk about?
It's you play your hard Kierans, you play your scrappies, and then you're just beat downs.
Yep, seems good. Are they not running? Oh, I was gonna say they're not running unlicensed,
Oh,
but they are.
God, I hate that card.
I bet you hate. Did you have any fun interactions with license?
I oftentimes my opponents just didn't have it, or if they did, it was like unlicensed disintegration. You're servant of the conduit or something like that,
You're servant of the conduit.
or you're Varla Virtuoso. Yeah, oftentimes
Oh
it was
man.
just like a feel bad unlicensed.
Oh yeah, I bet that was a feel bad unlicensed.
I would often get my Feldar Guardian unlicensed just because it was a 1/4 blocker, and like not being used with the combo.
I bet Jeskai Sahili doesn't have a lot of like.
Oh my god, Jessica Sahili is like straight terrible against Mardu vehicles, which is why.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Why is the Jeskai bad against the vehicles?
because it's just got. Well, like the best part about 4 colors, you just aggressively block their dudes. Jessica Sahili,
Yeah.
the blocker is the Feldar Guardian, and then you just disallow is not good against vehicles. I'm gonna pay 3 to counter your scrap heap scrounger that you can get back.
Oh yeah, that seems pretty bad.
And if like you Glimmer of Genius on your end stuff, your opponent's just like, okay,
Cool.
kill you.
That was actually the problem I had.
But it's really good against black green. But black green can do well now that Mardu Vehicles is pushed out of the format. Like it's probably like if you don't draw the nuts, or like in order to win that matchup, you have to draw the nuts, and your opponent has to draw like very poorly in order to win, which is like not good at all.
Yeah, it's like what I was saying at the beginning of before the show started. I'm more of a fan of the 4-color Jeskai decks because I think four-color Jeskai, 4-color Sahili decks because it does more versus the Jeskai decks, which it's like, yeah, I got either my combo, Big Delver, and Glimmer of Genius. Yeah, Glimmer of Genius. Other than that, it just seems like it's there.
Well, like the thing I see the most about the Sahili is about the 4-color decks is that deck relies on the combo a lot more than Jeskai, even though like it would seem like Jeskai relies a lot more on the combo because it doesn't have like creatures or anything like that.
Really?
Your creatures are basically used for aggressive blocking until you get your combo.
Okay.
Because you're not going to beat your opponent by hitting for 3 like a turn unless your opponent's just like screwed on something, which I've done because my Mardu Vehicles opponent was like on double white Spire of Industry with no artifacts, and I just kept on like laying the beatdowns with like a Rogue Refiner and a Servant of the Conduit.
That's amazing.
But yeah, like Jeskai Sahili, you just Gear Hulk the crap out of them and Fumarole them as your alternate win con.
So why is Fumigate not being used? It should be really good right now. What's stopping from?
Well, like it's used in the Jeskai Sahili deck, but the 4-color Sahili deck is so like really restricted on white, only to be used with the Feldar Guardian, that it can't afford to run a double white card in the deck.
Yeah, I understand that for the Jeskai, not the Jeskai, but the 4-color Sahili deck, that they wouldn't want to run Fumigate. That makes total sense to me. But it just doesn't seem like Fumigate's doing enough right now.
Fumigate's really, really good against the green-black
Black-green?
decks.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
Instead of Fumigate, they have Rawl's Expertise, which I've used a couple times, which is a pretty fun card. I've used
Really?
it to. My opponent had like a Walking Ballista onto and a Rishgar onto, and I had a World of Virtuoso, and then I Rawl's Expertise targeting their 2 guys in my Virtuoso and used the 4 less to cast Virtuoso again to get more energy.
That's amazing. That's value right there. So let's talk about, while we're on Copycat, you, sir, today won a PPTQ. Not only did you win a PPTQ, but you ran the gauntlet.
We live in the good old, highly competitive, diverse Southern Idaho area.
Okay, I would say it's more competitive than people think,
But yeah,
but that's saying a lot.
we had a couple guys from like a couple of the high level players from Boise, Pocatello. Boise and Pocatello. Like the roads are crappy, so people were not going to drive from like Salt Lake or. Apparently the roads are actually just fine, like they have from Boise. So it was actually a quite like pretty drive coming from Boise and everything because the freeways are clear because the sun's out to mellow the snow. But yeah, a lot of people I guess just didn't feel like driving, so it was a relatively small PPTQ, but it was like because like the players that don't normally compete in those aren't going to like pay $20 to lose while like the roads are snowy out and everything like that, and so like everybody that showed up was like a person who's probably like at least won one PPTQ before.
Oh, really?
And
nice.
I believe I played against all the players I played against except for maybe two have a PPTQ win under their belt.
Wow.
So yeah, I played two Marty vehicles. I played two green black decks, and the old Teamer Aetherworks Marvel deck where I won through an Ulamog by dealing 2 damage to them on the end step with Oath of Chandra because of a Sealy Riot entered the battlefield that turn.
Wait, that has extra text? I thought you just burn them for the 3 once it comes in.
I don't think my opponent realized it either because he didn't spin his 8th first Marvel while it was on the stat. Like when I went to end step, and he was just like,
"Oh,
yeah." I'm like, go to end step. He's like, okay. I'm like, the Steel Studio, and he's like, oh. He's like, I just lose.
Is there even an out for the Teamer Aetherworks Marvel deck?
He could have spun for like a Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot or another Ulamog to exile the Oath of Chandra before the ability went on the stack.
Ah, okay. But once it's on the stack, it's over.
I think he may have boarded out his Puzzle Knots against me, though, to be honest, because I saw a lot of them game 1, but I didn't see any game 2.
Ah, okay.
It's mainly so he can have a lot of game against the Marta Vehicles decks where he can just cast the old Aetherwind Basker on him.
What a great card. 10 out of 10.
I saw a 13-13 Walking Ballista today.
A 13-13?
Yeah.
Did you play against the 13-13?
No, I just saw it. It was my final opponent playing in the quarterfinals. He had three snacks out. And,
oh my gosh.
And he gave his already like 5/5 Walking Ballista 3 activations.
I'm assuming there's no coming back from that.
Well, I was actually in response to an Ulamog targeting it. He still won that game, of course, though, because like he used it to like clear out his board and everything and deal a bunch of damage to his life total, putting him into like a relatively low right where he just had to build up another board and swing again. But
you just need to deal 13 to the dude, and I would say you're doing pretty well.
But yeah, that Walking Ballista was like a World War II tank.
Just coming through.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So now that you are going to an RPTQ, we're not going to say where. That'd be weird. But it's sealed. How do you feel on sealed?
I feel like my sealed game's pretty good. I've played in some sealed PPT. I played in one sealed PPTQ, which I top 4'd in.
Okay.
So like I went 4-1 in the format, and then I top 8 draft, and I won the quarterfinals of the draft, but lost in the semis. Obviously, your pool has to be somewhat good to do well in the PPTQ or RPTQ sealed. Like my pool was green-white. I had like Sigarda in it, which is like a huge bomb and limited for that format.
But you're gonna have to do Amonkhet sealed, right?
Amonkhet Hour of Devastation sealed is what the format's gonna be.
Is it gonna be Hour of Hour of Devastation gonna be out by then?
Oh no, it's just Amonkhet, so it's just gonna be straight 6-packs Amonkhet. It's for Pro Tour Hour of Devastation, which
are you gonna do a lot of reps on Moto?
Probably.
I'd join you for that. You should stream it, and I'll have a little Skype box, and we'll be like, well, that seems good. I think sealed's a lot of fun. I just never do it.
I think sealed's fun too. I've only gotten like the real field bats once where I just opened like the garbage pool
Man.
in the world.
No, yeah. I'm trying to think. What's the Amonkhet? Not the Amonkhet. We don't know the Amonkhet garbage pull. But I can't imagine not the
All of your rares are lands.
Aether Revolt. Yeah. Fudge. I've mostly pulled lands for Aether Revolt. It's crazy. I'm like, yep, here's
It's good when
my
the lands
Spire
are your
Bluff.
colors, but other than that, it's not that great.
Oh yeah, it's not. I don't even know if the Lizard would be great.
But I get to have an RPTQ Emrakul combined with my RPTQ Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, you're basically a pro now.
Yeah. A pro
Where
that's never
is-
gone to the Pro Tour.
Yeah, I know. Are you Todd Stevens? Oh man, I look forward to that. If you go to Kyoto, that'd be amazing.
It'd be that'd be like the first time I've ever actually gone out of the United States.
Oh yeah, but
I'd be like, how do I Japan?
just don't come back a weep. That's all I ask.
I feel like this magic card is so kawaii.
So now for our final discussion for the week. Last time we discussed the art on Shock. Who's the best? This time we're going to discuss the art of the Amonkhet gods. We got their art, and there's a bit of contention. We know the cat is probably white. Bird?
We know the cat is white and the bird is blue and the snack is green. The real discussion is whether or not the jackal and the crocodile are red or black. Anubis, which is a jackal, is like the god of like mummification and afterlife, which is death. And so I think the jackal god is black, but people think the crocodile god is black because he's surrounded by a bunch of mummies.
Yeah, zombies,
But his background is like super red.
But so is the background of the jackal.
No, it isn't. It's black.
It's like a sunset.
Which is going into night, which is a black thing.
Yeah, but the other one's like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the crocodile is black. The other one is red. The other ones are guaranteed.
Yeah.
No need discussion on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I also think these are all artifacts.
Yeah, like they seem very artifacty. Like they have, like the snake's mask is just like a golden metal mask, and like the white has like a metal mask and everything like that.
And it would go well with Kaladesh's artifacts. Tap my god for improvise. Seems good. Do you think we're gonna get minor gods again?
What do you mean?
Like the gods, the multicolored gods.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
If we do, they're gonna be rare because Maro was like, it was a mistake making them a mythic. Which kind of feels bad, man, because I liked a lot of the other ones, but whatever.
I think we'll probably just get these ones. I don't think there's enough set to do a 2-color god.
I'd completely understand if it's just these ones.
Yeah, which
And
I'm
totally
fine
fine
with. They look pretty cool.
What's your guess of which one's the actual constructed playable?
That's a hard thing to tell because like the blue god looks very underwhelming. But it could have like some ridiculous track, like it's like a 2-drop in the beginning of the upkeep, draw a card or something like that.
Oh my gosh!
Or like or like it's the Gale Rider Sliver, where your creatures get. I don't know.
The blue one definitely. Oh my gosh! If it was Gale Rider, that'd be amazing. But the blue one does remind me a lot of like. I guarantee it's gonna have flying. Expert level analysis right here. But it reminds me a lot of original Ojutai's art.
Yeah,
So I have a feeling it's
like
underwhelming.
it looks exactly like the Orator Ojutai.
Yeah.
I think the Snake God's gonna be good, but that's just me having having Vietnam
green
flashbacks. Of Green
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Instructor.
It just puts counters at the
It's just
beginning
gonna
of
be like-
upkeep.
It's
Puts
just
a
going
counter
to be
on all creatures.
another Snick. It's going to be doubly seasoned the god.
So we had a minor spoiler for
Honor Master.
Amonkhet.
Oh, the full art lands.
Oh yeah, not only do we have full art lands. What's your thoughts on that?
Those look
before
amazing. I want 10 of each to make a draft stuff around it.
Oh yeah, they look amazing. I think it's a great idea. 1 in 4 packs. That's
People are going to start
Completely
drafting
fair.
the lands for the the first picking the lands in their
Oh, yeah.
get drafts.
no. I think that's a great idea. I think they should do that for every set, especially Ravnica. I want full art Ravnica lands.
It'd be sweet.
But for the Brazilian Magic page, apparently they showed a little bit of the promo Planeswalker decks.
Oh yeah, the Gideon, the 5-mana Gideon, the 7-mana Liliana.
Oh, the Liliana 7 mana.
Yeah,
Oh, feels bad, man.
it's 5 black.
Well, that's pretty trash.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be trash. They're the intro Planeswalker decks. They're not supposed to be constructed playable. Like, I assume, like, even though Gideon's a 5-mana card, it's going to be like...
I would argue the Tezzeret wasn't that bad.
It's still not constructed playable. Like, it's definitely EDH playable, but it's not
Oh,
constructed playable.
it's probably more EDH playable than the other one. But yeah, and the Ajani one's not bad either. But this one, apparently the Liliana says -1/-1 counter.
Yeah. But it's
Which
five.
means-
It's 5 black. It's severely overcosted, and of course they're going to give it an okay ability, but not like
Right.
nothing too big. Like the only 7-mana Planeswalker that's probably seen construction play is Karn.
That's because you can Tron off. Does he even see play much anymore? Tron isn't like a sad deck right now.
Eldrazi-Tron is plays him still.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's still
Do we
good.
dare talk about Eldrazi Tron?
Everyone's just like, oh, this is gonna be the big thing. This is gonna be the big thing. Turns out it wasn't.
Li Shitian was like, I can't believe people are playing this deck. This is a bad deck. You're making my Basilisk collars expensive. But yeah, -1/-1 counters are back, so take that as you will. Do you think people will abuse it with Snick? I don't think you can. Never mind.
I don't think you can. I think that's your
No,
permanent.
you can't. Yeah, that's you can't do that. My bad, guys.
Yeah, it's a creature artifact control. So yeah, if you're putting on your own creatures, sure.
Yeah, go for it,
I don't
fam.
think that's any big of a deal. It's like Liliana the Last Slope is -2/-1, like -1/-1 counter. It's not like Infect's
yeah.
coming back.
There's no way Infect's coming back relatively soon.
Or Wither, whatever the other making was
It's
called.
probably going to be something like Wither.
Yeah, which seems okay with like Egyptian flesh-eating scarab type thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's a lot of like graveyard death themes. I know we just got out of,
Give me my
Innistrad.
graveyard hate.
but I want more graveyard stuff. I could see graveyard hate. Maybe that's what the Black God.
The Black God is a rest in peace.
No, it's like a Farika.
Oh.
You like pay to get a zombie, a mummy.
Maybe the White God is a rest in peace.
Holy cow! Yeah. But as a bow, you think
Alright.
we're gonna get the?
What if the White God is a rest in peace Stony Silence effect all in one?
Holy cow! Instant 12 of. Can you imagine? And it's like a 3-cost card.
What? That'd be like instant modern play. They're just like, I can kill 2 decks with 1 stone.
Oh yeah, it would be insane. You would see the death, and if they're indestructible, which I can assume they're gonna be indestructible.
Do you think they might be delving into too much Theros with that? If they make them indestructible?
Nah. They're gods.
But they're
It's true.
artifacts, so like they're enchantments in Theros. And
Yeah.
then artifacts here, maybe they're not indestructible. Maybe they're like slightly undercosted, but not indestructible. But they're actually just creatures instead.
So here's
Instead of
what the
having
feel bad
function.
with that is. Can you imagine
Like,
your first time
I
playing
guess they
Magic?
wouldn't be undercosted. They're just straight up creatures, and artifacts.
I could see them being straight up creatures.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. Here's why I don't think why I think they'll be indestructible. It's your first time playing Magic. You opened a pack, and you get this god. Yeah, and you're like, I'm gonna go to my F&M because I opened this god. You buy the promo decks, you put the god in. You're like, yeah, man. And then your neckbeard walks up, sits down, playing Mardu vehicles, and like,
Fatal push your god.
Fatal push your god. And then he's like, where's your god now?
Well, if like they make them indestructible, they're gonna have to be like 5 mana, 6 mana dudes.
Which, not necessarily.
Well, like
What's her face?
I think
was 3 mana.
in this format, indestructible, like even for 5 or 6 mana, would be like super duper powerful for a straight up creature. Because Ulamog's like incredibly hard to deal with, and it's 10 mana. Like, what exile effects do we have in this format besides good old Ajani?
We actually have a lot more like gets rid of indestructibility effects.
Like what? We got that green enchantment thing, right?
And then the burn fireball card.
But who's gonna run burn from within?
I don't know.
But besides our buddy Testacular from EDH, who was like super hyped up about that card because it kills Avacyn for 9 mana, right?
So I think we'll have something. Yeah, that's right. That's so great.
I remember when it was like so on that card. He's like, finally, Red has an answer to deal with Avacyn. I'm like, oh my god.
No. I think stuff like Fragmentize, which exiles.
Fragmentize is an exile. It's just destroy.
Okay. What? Erase.
Erase is from Fate Reforged, right? Or
something like Erase. I guarantee you we're going to have something like Fade from Antiquity in this set.
Well, if the gods are indestructible, they're going to have to give us a ton of exile effects for artifacts.
Which they did for enchantments for Theros.
Yeah.
Again, this is all baseless speculation.
Obsolescence, yeah. Natural obsolescence, which I use the crap of to like give my Mardu vehicles the bonus scrappy out challenges in the case of the field bads.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? The 2-drop green card from Born that shuffles enchantments.
Oh, yeah,
what am I thinking of?
I remember.
I sound like a dribbling child saying that. But it exists, guys. I'm serious.
Some sort of word ether, which is actually with the A and the E combined. Instead of when they changed the errata for it to Aether for Kaladesh.
Yeah. It's a thing, though. It would shuffle your thing in. Yeah?
And since we're on the fact of previews, we also got Modern Masters 2017 and our 3 modern staples, Domri Raid. That freaking angel that I know is called an hour.
Stoic Angel?
Yeah, Stoic Angel and Gristlebrand. Which Gristlebrand's okay, but Domri Raid and Stoic Angel, best modern staples.
Okay, so Domri Raids I'll play for like a little
second
bit.
In standard.
I wouldn't say a hot second in standard. He was like a $40 card for a long time.
Well,
but yeah,
he was one of those planeswalkers where it's just like it has the potential to see
value.
Yeah, but in modern, they laugh in the face of your 3-mana planeswalker and just planeswalkers don't see a lot of play in modern except if like you're Liliana or Gideon.
You have to be Liliana, Gideon, or Karn.
Yeah.
With surprise guest appearance of Ugin.
Or Jace the Mind Sculptor. So there's a band called Unbanned Jace. And they don't even know what magic is. Somebody suggested that band name to them.
And they're like, this is amazing. Unbanned Jace.
And a lot of people are thinking that blue human on the Modern Masters could be a Snapcaster Mage reprint, which Snapcaster Mage hasn't been seeing some good days in Modern recently.
This is a terrible time for Snappy. This is rough.
I think Modern should start messing around with more unbans. Like the last cycle of unbans they did, where they unbanned Sword of the Meek and Ancestral Vision, like that didn't impact the format bad at all.
Nope.
It gave Grixis fulsome legs, and Thopter Sword is not an oppressive deck at all.
It's because it's so slow.
Yeah.
In a format where you can just, like, straight up kill a dude in turn 2. Depending on the deck.
Well, they got rid
Yeah.
of that Gitaxian Probe, but...
I was talking about just nut draws with Infect.
Oh, yeah. Good old Infect nut
Or
draws.
Gorios.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with you. There's some things they could mess around with. I don't know what they could. I don't think Jace is a card they should unban necessarily.
I don't think Jace would be way too dangerous to unban.
Yeah. Stoneforge Mystic, on the other hand?
I think if they unban Stoneforge Mystic, they have to ban Batterskull.
Do they, though? Like, I know dropping a turn 2 Batterskull would be devastating.
It's more turn 3-ish, because you have to tap the Stoneforge
Yeah,
Mystic
turn 3. Whoa, turn 2, that'd be, never mind. That's EDH.
I'll give my GP Stoneforge Mystic some time to see some light.
I don't even know if Cobblade could, like... I could see it being put in a Death and Taxes deck, but nothing like Cobblade. You would need Jace.
Yeah.
And they would just run, like, 2 swords.
Unban Blazing Shoal.
Blazing Shoal. The Storm. I don't even know if Storm...
Gitaxian Probe, but only for Storm.
That would be fair. So long as Green Red Tron can only get Eye of Ugin.
So would Storm be like a super good contender if Gitaxian Probe was still unbanned now with Baral and Electromancer?
No. Not really. It's... No. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna storm off. Okay. Inquisition. Thoughtseize. Tarfire myself. Okay, swing with my dude. But I drew some cards!
But I have a 1/3 because my instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast.
Man, I wish. I love watching Storm go off, but I don't think Storm's in a place right now where it can get away with that.
Wizards likes to ruin my fun.
Yeah, you gotta Oh yeah, they banned Twin right from under you, huh?
Yeah, I can feel my fellow Dark Guardians going in the trash around March 22nd. Is that when the ban announcement is? Right? I don't know. Sometime mid-March.
It's like 5 weeks after the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably in March. I guess that's the last thing we should touch on. Surprise bans. You mentioned a pretty interesting ban of 3 cards to like spruce up standard.
Yeah, I call it the old uncommon ban, where they ban it Feldar Guardian, Winding Constrictor, and Veteran Modus, where it takes out a really key role player in the 3 most popular decks right now and breaks the format pretty wide open.
I agree with that, except I would switch Motorist with Scrap Heap Scrounger. Other than that,
I think Scrap Heap Scrounger is like not an oppressive card. It's just really, really good. But like
Crew and Heart of Kieran.
Yeah, but Veteran Modus makes it so the vehicles decks are a lot less consistent. Like they don't have that Scry 2 and give your Heart of Kieran, make your Heart of Kieran a 5/5.
Yeah, but exile a card I'm never gonna see again or need again.
A lot of people
get my guy back.
The ban is just going to be Feldar Guardian.
I hope not.
Where I would understand if that happened. Like I wouldn't be upset. It allow a lot more like Metalwork Colossus and like
it definitely would
decks to come into combat the vehicles and stack decks. I'm kind of afraid that if you ban Winding Constrictor, it just destroys green black. Like they don't have like a lot of stuff to do anymore. Like green black Delirium is not a thing anymore. With like you can cast your Ishkanaz all you want. You don't have Emrakul at the top end.
Not necessarily. Yeah, mid-range to victory is still like.
My friend has this really cool Soul Tide Delirium deck with like Torrential Gearhulks.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Like it's got Ishkanah, Torrential Gearhulks to like get grappled with the pass and get another Gearhulk, or Ishkanah. It's got like the green black removal spells. But yeah. I would be happy. So I think You might be right about Scrappy Scrounger. It's just like a really just a really hard card to like play against because they just keep on bringing it back.
Yeah. That's my thought behind it.
I think if you take the combo out, a lot more like improvised Metalwork Colossus, Paradoxical Outcome decks will come in, and even like a good old like control, like blue-red control or Jeskai control would come in as well.
No, yeah.
Especially Jeskai control if they ban Scrappy Scrounger. Like Jeskai control's gonna be like, oh, so the card that just beats us is gone now? Okay.
Cool. Feels good, man.
Because that was their worst enemy because they just keep on killing it and it's just like, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
What if they just ban Gonti?
What?
He's playing black-green.
That's just like saying, Spiral Bluff Canal sees too much play. We're gonna ban it.
Wow, we covered a lot today.
Yeah. So should we cover our weekly finance our weekly Island of Wok Wok speculation?
Yeah, we should do that right before we finish up.
I think Island of Wok Wok has gone back up to $110 last time I checked.
Amazing. Folks, you know how we said Island of Wok Wok is just so good you need to buy more? Well, the fact that Mardu vehicles is really common just proves.
Turns out Artifact to a 0-4.
Mind Rack Demon, 0-4. 0-5. Emrakul, remember Emrakul, guys?
Protection against instance, but not protection from Wok Woks.
Yeah, that's right. 0-13. What are they gonna do? Or if you're modern, 0-15.
Another trigger on the stack. Target your Emrakul with Island of Wok Wok.
Judge! This isn't Legacy. If you're in Legacy, though, turn that 3-2 into a 0-2.
So I'm on the finance page from right now, and so Ali from Cairo, from Arabian Nights, went up $5.
I heard about that. I don't even... He, like, reduces damage, right?
Now he's in play damage that would reduce you to less than 1 life, lowers you to 1 life. All further damage is rendered. So it's basically worshipped on a 0-1 for 4.
That seems good. I don't know what deck you would ever play it in.
It's the Egyptian speculation.
It's the Egyptian speculation?
Like how, what's-his-face, the one the contraptions spiked when College was announced.
Okay. I'm pretty sure they can't reprint Ali from Cairo as a masterpiece. But if they do, I will buy the Ali from Cairo. This is my bet.
I'm gonna hold you to it, even if it's like $500. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Oh, do, because there's no way they're gonna reprint Ali from Cairo as a masterpiece. But if they do, I will buy the masterpiece Ali from Cairo. I will make a video of me being like, hey guys.
This is me in the Magic store buying the Ollie from Cairo masterpiece.
I'd have to do it online. Because there's no way... What store is going to be like, guys?
Our local store here has like has masterpieces. Like for
How many masterpieces do they have?
He strives to basically get 2 of each at one point.
Holy
I think.
Cow. Quality store right there.
Well, because they sell like hotcakes.
I'm sure they do.
I really, really want a Chalice of the Void masterpiece, but I'm not going to buy it. My luck with
spend an arm and a leg.
Terrible. Like my luck with Aetheril ran out when I pulled up Hierarchy and read the pre-release, and then just after that.
No, yeah, I've pulled garbage. The best thing I've pulled is maybe Life Crafter's Bestiary, which she's playing a sideboard.
Not even that.
And Fatal Push.
Playing the 4-color sideboard, and now it doesn't. Fatal Push is probably better than...
Good in the green-black mirror.
Or worth more than Bestiary. And also, like...
Oh, it is.
And also probably worth more than all the Mythics, except for the Planeswalkers and Heart of Kirin.
Oh, man. That's right. Does the Johnny even see play?
They don't. They're just worth a lot because they're planeswalkers.
Yeah. I remember when Joe Lissette was doing cool things with Tezzeret, and then he lost everything after that.
Yep. I love it when they featured those like really cool dirtily storm decks, and they went on camera round 3, and then they just go 3 and 6.
Yep. Oh man, that's the world I want to live in.
It's like my RPTQ performance. I go 3-0 with a horrible deck that just is really good against Team or Emerge, and then I lose the next 3 games.
Oh man,
Because my 4th round opponent has main deck Noose Constructor.
You're gonna win. You have to win the next RPTQ.
Well, it's sealed, so it's pretty level playing field.
Oh yeah. You should become a sealed god. That's all I'm saying. Next
honestly,
podcast.
Would have built. I don't know what would I have done if it was modern? Would I just jam Storm?
Oh my gosh, if it was modern. I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I would let you jam Storm though.
Because the one the store I'm going to usually runs a sealed and a modern RPTQ, and that's it.
Okay,
Which probably gives you a general idea of the store that I'm going to.
I've seen the town you're going to for this. Not an exciting town. Modern? Oh man. You can't even run Jeskai Nahiri, even though you probably have all the pieces for that. Ad nauseum? You'd have to put in so many reps. Like...
Ad nauseum is so hard to play on Moto, though. You have to like hold priority while the Lightning Storm is on this track every single time, otherwise it just does nothing.
Yeah, I know, but you still gotta do so many reps. That's the same problem with Storm. And the Grixis control decks, is you have to put in so many reps of those decks. You could probably build... Never mind, I was going to say Bant Eldrazi, but Cavern of Souls is a thing.
Yep.
Which, folks, that better be at Modern Masters 2017.
Oh my god, it's an Avacyn Restored, right? That was when it was printed?
Yeah.
It is most likely going to be. It's like one of those overpriced cards, because this set's going to have Innistrad in it, so it's probably going to have Liliana of the Veil, Snapcaster Mage, and Cavern.
We also have Ravnica RTR. Most expensive card from RTR, besides Voice, is probably, like, Verdict.
What about the Shocklands? You think they'll put those in there?
Oh my gosh. I would love the Shocklands in there.
I don't think they would. I don't think they can put 10 lands.
I don't think they will.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I don't think they will.
What about
But that would do so much good for Modern. No. No. No.
But I don't want to buy
Damnation.
$80 Scalding Tarns.
Yeah, that's another problem with going to like the Modern RPTQ. Is like you like the red blue decks, red blue X. So you'd like have to deal with Tarn, which I think you have 4
Tarns, and one of them I'm not sure is tournament playable. I got it for $10, but there's like a giant ass crease in the middle of it.
Yeah. So that's the tough part. The decks you like playing, you'd have to put in so many reps.
Yeah.
Plus Tarns.
Why'd you take Splinter Twin from me? I just got enough stuff to build the Jeskai Splinter Twin deck, and then they're like, LOL.
Lol.
Due to the competitive diversity, Splinter Twin has been banned from Modern.
Do you think you would run the Sun and Moon?
I don't like playing those styles of decks. I like watching them. And I just don't like playing them. Like
I really like Sun and Moon.
I like watching it like empty its hand on turn 1, or like to cast like a early huge drop like Blood Moon or turn 1 Nahiri. But I don't know. It's just not my style to play like red white.
I understand. I like red white, so I'm like, do you think you would run a burn deck? I don't see you running a burn deck ever, though.
Would not like to play a burn deck. I would play Infect, but I would not play burn deck.
Oh yeah, Infect wouldn't be a bad choice for you, actually.
What about Inkmoth Nexus? Do you see that? Think that'll be in Modern Masters?
Oh gosh. It should have been an MM2, along with Goblin Guide.
Do you think that since it wasn't in MN2, it's not going to be in MN17?
I don't think so. But it should be there. If we're talking about cards that should be there, Snappy, Liliana the Veil, Goblin Guide, Inkmoth, Cavern.
This is speculation. The podcast.
Yeah, this is speculation of the podcast. The speculation part might be a separate video.
We're just like ranting about like PPTQ win speculation, Island of Wak Wak.
That's actually not a bad idea. I might do like Island of Wak Wak on might be just a separate like just magic discussion.
An entire hour segment of us talking about Island of Wak Wak and the cards that it interacts with.
I'd watch it.
Quality. Some quality videos right there.
Oh my gosh, so good. Would you run... Yeah, I don't see you running any black-green decks. Black-green X decks? That does not seem your style at all.
I'm
gonna rep Jund. Go ahead.
If I had no better alternatives, I would be interested in playing the green black. If I was forced between either playing Mardu vehicles or green black, I would play green black.
Oh, I'm talking about for modern.
Oh, for modern?
Yeah, for that modern RPTQ?
I am no Jun guy, and I'm no Abzan guy.
Not only that probably costs more than your college tuition. You've paid all years of college. Yeah, I don't
would
really...
definitely be right about that.
Oh my gosh. You get those masterpiece...
I have one Tarmogoyf. I just have to get 3.
Yeah, perfect. They'd probably concede seeing the foil Tarmogoyf anyway.
My opponent would probably punch me for playing a foil Tarmogoyf. Not only that, I will make it white border.
Would you run Death Shadow not Zoo, but the Jund version that just won?
If I had infinite cash, because that deck runs 4 Tarmogoyf, and I was
Is it really?
Yeah, that's the reason why it's like more of a mid-range deck and like the Delirium package. If I had infinite cash and I had to play in a modern RPTQ Department, I would play Death Shadow.
Yeah, that seems good. Would you? Okay, we're going to Would You Rather. So let's end the call now, and then we'll continue this.
All right. Well, folks, thank you for listening to our every which way but now podcast.
Yep. We basically have the same consistency of SED Talks.
Yeah, we were just talking about we were just missing talking about basketball in the middle of it. Speaking of which, Utah Jazz are doing pretty well, and the San Jose Sharks won today.
But the good, I don't even know. I don't.